Isang magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Tuesday na po at 4 days na lang, 2022 na. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Benji Chodoro. Ako po ay isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market noong 2007. Ginagawa ko po ito araw-araw. Sinimulan ko po ito noong August of last year. I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. And if you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa CTS, Global Equity. Kasama po ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, December 28, 2021. Dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. So let's start with our financial headlines. And our financial headlines is from the business world. CTS Global plans 1.38 billion initial public offering, which is our main news for the day. Then we have Frutas Holdings eyes 309 million IPO for Balay subsidiary. Balay is Balay Pandesal. So it has two branches here in our place in Parañaque. Kaya ko na alam yan dahil nadadaanan ko po siya araw-araw. And then, Meralco managed streetlights along EDSA shifting to LED. And ERC clears commercial run of GN Power Ding's first unit. So, let's now go to our main news, which is CTS Global planning a 1.38 million IPO. So, let me put the slide first. Okay. I hope you see that. So, in our news, CTS Global Equity Group is planning a 1.375 billion initial public offering by February next year, mainly to use proceeds for growth of its trading operations. The main reason for the company's IPO is to scale its global trading, CTS Global said in its preliminary prospectus dated December 3. For the past few years, the company has consistently generated profits from its assets under management but was not able to maximize its bottom line profit due to overhead expenses. I guess this is a broker or parang sort of a management company, no? Wherein people would have the company manage their funds. I think yan yung concept niya. The Philippine-based global trading firm is planning to offer 1.375 billion primary common shares of up to 1 peso each. CTS Global, formerly Citi Securities, engages in trading in the local bourses as well as in the stock markets of the US, Hong Kong, and Japan. Its current 30 individual traders manage a total capital of 550 million. For the past decade, the company maintains its capital stock at 200 million, only raising it to 500 million in the last quarter of 2019 and an additional 50 million in 2020, CTS Global said. Its traders' technique falls under the rules of FTSR trading framework, which comprises fundamental analysis, technical analysis, sentiment, and risk management. The company will continue to employ its existing strategy to scale traders' accounts. However, expenses will remain the same. It said this will lead to promising opportunity for its operating leverage. A further increase in capital to be deployed in the global markets is key to CTS Global taking it to the next level. Apart from the 1.235 billion to scale global trading operations, the company plans to use net proceeds from the IPO to expand its clients' accounts, management segment, and general corporate purposes. So from the article, I think the main purpose, I think this is a company which, aside from brokering, would also have services in managing client's account, no? So for instance, may kliyente na mayroong pera, hindi alam kung saan ilalagay yung investment niya. Pupunta siya dito at may mga account officers ito na magsasuggest kung saan pwedeng ilagay. My guess is that this is a trust company na minamanage niya yung pera ng ibang tao. Okay, so let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange. But before we get to that, let me... By the way, meron nga pala akong... I hope you were able to catch the segment of Miss Jaydee, no? Ako po in-interview niya sa kanyang YouTube channel yesterday, and I hope you were able to watch it. And it's really very interesting dahil one of my respected YouTube bloggers on the stock markets, ako in-interview. It is an honor really to be interviewed by somebody like Miss Jaydee, who is a known stock market analyst using technical analysis. So anyway, please drop by Miss Jaydee. Yung kanyang latest video ay ako po yung interview niya. Okay po. And then mag-subscribe din kayo kay Miss Jaydee, ha. If you're not yet a subscriber, si Miss Jaydee mas nauna sa akin yan eh. At sa kanya ako natuto. Sa totoo lang, mahusay si Miss Jaydee. And before I was even a YouTuber, nakikinig na ako. Short pants pa lang sinusuot ko, Miss Jaydee na yan. Joke lang, Miss Jaydee. Okay, so let's now go to yung mga comments ng ating subscribers. Sabi ni Mildred Baelo, God bless and thanks. Congrats, Ken Chan. Be safe. Okay, so meron akong video on cafe clause, and it's a very interesting concept. One of the owners is my pamangkin, si Mark Wei, and another one is Ken Chan at si Ryan Colton, and may 2 or 3 partners pa sila. But the concept is, this is a Christmas themed cafe. Meaning, kahit January, February, March, Christmas pa rin pagpasok mo sa loob. And they serve good food and coffee. And their first restaurant is in Tandansora, Quezon City. Pero coming soon po yung sa Eastwood at saka sa Green Hills. Okay, so yan po kay Mildred Baelo. And then si Christine May Joy Gaso, Sir, new subscriber here. I lost 80k in stock trading and until now bumabawi pa lang ng losses. Hope 2022 will be better. May I request for MM po? Okay po. Tingnan po natin si MM. Pero if you are trading in the stock market, make sure you have a stop loss. Kasi depende po kung ano po yung style nyo of trading. Lagi pong maglalagay po kayo ng stop loss. Kung nalulugi na po kayo, you only lose a certain portion of your capital. Mahalaga po kasi ang stop loss if your trade idea isn't anymore viable. So, in that way, you cut your losses. So, imbes na ganon yung loss mo, ay ganyan lang. Maliit lang. So, something that you can afford. Okay, and then, teka, balik po natin to. Yan, para nakikita natin. And then we have, Sir, paki-include naman si SMPH at MPI. God bless po. Si Justin Rett. Tama nga ba? Justin Rett. Okay. Then si Makiuso said, SPNEC is really the stock that turned my year around. Very good, Swerte tayo sa SPNEC, The rest of 2021 was rather lackluster. Hopefully, it will hit 4 pesos in the next 5 years. Renewables are really favored by the government right now. Totoo po yan. Actually, the government is more on the renewable energy. And even yung mga corporate responsibility. They are more of the sustainable type of energy. So we'll take a peek at SPNEC later. Anthony George C. Merry Christmas, sir. Hope everything is well. May I request to review APX and KPPI? Yes, of course. Your wish is my command. No, parang genie. And then, paki-review naman po si JFC, Meg, and URC. Uy, ang dami nating request ngayon, ha? Puno yung ating request. Drex, sabi ni Drex. Yes, Drex, I will do that for you. Clemente, Merry Christmas. Mga subscribers, mga kaibigan, Merry Christmas po sa inyong lahat. And I will also do a special segment later, and I have a very, very special guest. And this guest na ito, hinahangaan ko po ito noon pa. Vlogger po siya sa stock market. At abangan niyo po yan. So let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on how it fared on the 28th of December 2021. Okay, hello there everyone. Let's take a look at the Philippine stock market. But before I do that, let me introduce somebody who had been doing technical analysis to help me out. Dahil napakarami kong request today, we'll be reviewing nine stocks, and itong introduce ko po sa inyo is somebody who's been there for quite some time. Okay, so let's welcome Miss Jaydee.
Hey everyone.
Hello, we'll be doing a joint vlog for the first time in Philippine stock market history. Kung meron ng ganon.
Oh, parang first yata to no?
Yeah, first time natin gagawin to. Usually we do it individually and separately, di ba? But this will be the first time, and it's I feel excited, and I'm excited to do this. But before we go to the stocks that we will be reviewing, may I just give you a summary of what happened to the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Perhaps Ms. Jaydee, siguro ikaw yung mag-review ng index. Then I will go to the summary and most active stocks. So you start with the index and mag-share screen ka.
Okay, all right. I'd like to share my screen. Start sharing. Okay, are you guys able to see my screen? So on my screen, guys, you see the Philippine Stock Exchange Index chart, and what I'm using as my indicator would be Bollinger Band. So this is Bollinger Band. I have RSI over here. My outlook for the index today, medyo positive siya. Okay, seeing that we ended the market green today, it's up by 0.44%. And
wow.
what's nice is that this is the second day na green siya, no? Although
Yes.
the volume walang volume, so we're still not super safe. We're not out of the woods yet. Although may potential siya kasi if I'm to draw, dati ito yung channel niya eh. Ito yung resistance niya. Na ganyan siya. So this is the first day na medyo outside na siya ng ating resistance, na downtrend resistance over here. So promising but not 100% safe because volume wise wala tayong foreign buying na nangyari today. It's a zero over here. So there could still be a possibility na medyo magpo-pull back pa siya ng konti, hopefully just to stabilize and not go any further down anymore. Parang baka dito siya mag-pull back just to strengthen the new potential support that we have here. So that's my view on how the market ended today in terms of technicals.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Jaydee. So let's now go to, I'll start sharing screen to the market activity. So can you see? The
Yes.
market activity, 115 companies advanced, 75 declined, while 52 remained unchanged. No? The PSEI ended in the green at 7286.50, up 44.44%. The all share index is also up 0.39%. So kasi ang diferensya po between the all share and the PSE index is that the PSEI is just composed of 30 stocks, which is an indicative barometer of how the stock market goes. But the all share index are all the shares in the index. Yun po yung ibig sabihin ng all share. Pagdating po sa financial sectoral indices, the the properties were in the red, 0.13%. It's almost flat. So 0.13, 4.13 in the red, but all the sectoral indices are up. And this was led by mining at 1.54%. Now, on the market, the most active stocks, makita po natin ay nag-profit taking po si SPNEC, which we'll be reviewing later. And on top of that is SMPH. But basically, we will be reviewing the following stocks requested by our subscribers. Humabol pa itong si Butchukoy, Butchukoy Trader, SRO and DFNN. But I don't know what SRO is. DFNN, yes, we will be reviewing, but I wouldn't know what SRO is. So what we'll do is that Miss Jaydee and I will be doing the technical analysis alternate. No? So we'll be reviewing JFC, MEG, URC, APX, KPPI, SPNEC, MPI, Merrimart, and DFNN. We will do this alternately. So we will start the technical analysis, and syempre ladies first, no? Si Miss JD muna. Miss JD, um,
Yeah.
you're on.
Okay. So I'll share my screen again. So I'll do JFC. Let's check out JFC, guys. So not looking good for JFC in terms of technical analysis. It's a red today, and so far it is respecting the downward channel that we have right over here. So I will draw this line. Yan. Although, right off the bat, makikita mo yung yellow line in my Bollinger Band. That's your MA20 line. So notice, so I can just remove this line. Each time we go near the MA20 line, there's a rejection that's happening. So that is exactly what happened in the past few days. Starting from December 24th up to this day, there's a weakness that's happening in the past 4 days. So chances are it might, okay, continue to drop and check out probably the next possible support that we had. So the support that I can see at the moment is around 208. So guys, it's not exactly spot on in terms of plotting the line. It could be a little higher or lower, but there's a big possibility that it will go back and revisit your 208. Now, the next thing you need to watch out for once it touches that level, try to see if there's a bounce that's happening. And when it bounces, check out the volume over here. Kapag nag-green na yan, tapos yung volume mo nag-spike up, then there's a big chance na supported by buying, by volume yung buying activity na yon. Another thing, so that's one tip. No, second tip is when it touches that level and you see that bullish movement there, try to also see what's happening in the RSI. So this point over here, andito siya. Pag nag-revisit siya ng 208, tapos slightly higher na siya ngayon, so, kunwari, nag-drop siya sa 208. And then from here, kunwari hanggang dito siya, nagbalik siya dito. So, it's higher this time. Okay? And then it goes, kunwari, 208. So, now that has a bullish divergence. So, one, check out support. the behavior during the support level or in the support level. Number two, the volume when it goes green in the support area, and then check out the points here in RSI when it does green in the support area.
So kwenta Miss JD, the sentiment is bearish at this point for
Bearish siya
JFC.
ngayon.
Hmm. Okay.
So allow it to pull back, and don't be scared if it pulls back. If in case you're already in it, pag nag-pull back yan, don't be scared because you are investing or trading a very stable company, one of the blue chip
Hmm.
companies in the country. So normal behavior lang yan. Rather, look at it as an opportunity to buy some more. And I'm only speaking in this kind of sentiment because this is JFC and a very stable company.
Okay. So the next stock will be Meg, and I'll be reviewing Meg. So I'll share screen. Okay. So let's go to Meg. Mega World. Mega World had a bounce today, and there is a bit of volume. Yung nakikita nyo po dito, yung shadow, yan po yung average. Pagka tumama, umakyat po siya ng above that average, meron po siyang above average volume. This is a green engulfing candlestick, no? Which indicates that coming from a sort of a breakout here, kasi kung titingnan po natin, yung volume po dito malaki. Alam niyo po, partial po ako pagka nakakita ng volume eh. Which means that in the coming days, you will expect the stock to move higher. So nag-consolidate lang po siya ng dalawang araw here, tapos umakyat siya uli. So it gained 3.5%, ano? And the sentiment is, kasi RSI is 56 eh, which means that the stock has a bullish sentiment. But if you'll take a look naman yung ating mga indicators, kasi yung black line is the 100-day exponential moving average. It's just somewhat moving straight. Now, if we see another green candlestick here, which it would mean that the
I
stock may
continue.
have come out of a sideways movement, and mukhang pataas na siya kasi nandito yung kanyang ano eh, nandito yung kanyang resistance eh. It's somewhere in this level here. Nasa 337. When I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are areas. So nandito po yung resistance niya, and at one point I it reached this level, and the stock appears to be recovering. So we are to see siguro in the coming days, abangan po natin si Meg, ano, na mag continue yung kanyang recovery, and hopefully it would reach higher levels kasi maganda naman po yung fundamentals ni Meg. Okay, Miss Jaydee?
Yep. I echo that. I agree. There's a big possibility na may continuation siya, and
Yeah.
I am with you when you plotted 3.37 as the next resistance, so probably another green day for Meg.
So the next will be URC. Miss Jaydee, can you do the...
Yep. Share my screen. Okay, let's check out URC. Ah, nice. This is a 2.86% increase in today's performance, and we managed to break out of the MA20 line.
engulfing green candlestick to?
Ang ganda ng pagka-ano niya, oh.
Pero
So,
wala siyang volume, oh. Wala siyang volume.
wala pa siyang
Parang
volume, although um, increasing naman yung volume niya. So I'm thinking, guys, don't expect that your stock will move in a linear pattern, okay? Kasi ngayon, it's a significant movement. Knowing that URC normally mga 1 or less than 1% movement lang in a day, 2.86 is a significant move. So some people might have entered right here and they could be taking profit. So if you are able to haggle anywhere between 130 to 132, if you want to try it out, that's a more sound advice. But we don't know kasi solid siyang green today eh. So hindi natin alam, baka mag-gap up siya and starts triggering the upper Bollinger Band. So just in case if you want to engage in it, make sure you are committed to fundamentals nila. So check out the fundamentals because that will uh, that will give you stronger conviction sa stock na papasukin nyo. So for example, papasok ka, nag-gap up siya, and then you decide to enter. What if it retraces and go back to 130? Anong mararamdaman mo? So kung high conviction ka sa stock na yan, you won't mind. But for those people na medyo 50-50 and gustong ng sure na makapasok sila ng mas magandang entry, I'd say the nearer you are to 130, the better.
Yes, well said, Miss Jaydee. Actually, URC is one of the stocks na undervalued. Undervalued yan. Tunay na presyo niyan, mas mataas pa dyan.
Oo, tingnan natin yung weekly nila. Kasi this has dropped significantly eh.
Correct.
Tingnan mo to. Nasa overall on a weekly chart, nasa support level tayo. We're still at a very cheap area. Where could your biggest potential here is the previous resistance ng all-time high niya is 228. That's what we are still at this level. Yung potential mo is 75%. Kahit halfway na lang dyan yung malaki. Right?
And then during the pandemic, bumaba siya as much as tingnan natin si 108 82 pesos yung URC na ito. Kasi most of the kasi pagka you are connected with the stock or magkaroon ng black swan event tulad nitong pandemic na ito, the tendency is to be afraid di ba? Matatakot ka So, imbis na bumili ka, hindi ka bibili kasi natatakot ka
Correct.
Di ba? But the thing is, if you are, if you want to buy good stocks and bumaba yon index at saka index stock siya halimbawa, hindi ka dapat matakot dun Kasi alam mo tatayo uli yung stock na yun Kasi halimbawa si Ayala Corporation, Miss Jaydee. Ayala Corporation established yan during the Spanish times. O ilang wars na ang na-survive niyan. Yung Philippine-Spanish War, Philippine-American War. Di ba? World War I. Tapos American occupation, Japanese occupation. Ano ba yan? Nandyan pa rin si URC, si Ayala Corporation, di ba?
Correct.
Hindi na mawawala.
And di ba URC, mga basic commodities natin?
Basic commodities yan, yung mga potato chips. Yung mga kinakain natin araw-araw, yung mga
correct, yung mga consumers talaga
consumer goods.
Nila. I mean, they patronize this product. May fluctuation, may competition, pero andyan at andyan yan. Hindi yan mawawala. So, solid naman to na company. And at the moment, sideways pa siya kung titingnan mo on a weekly chart. So, don't expect for your stock to shoot up overnight. Pang matagalan pag URC. Long-term investing talaga.
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so what's next for our
The
stock?
next is APX. I'll do the APX. Okay, so this is APX, bearish sentiment to. Bakit ko nasabing bearish? Kasi yung mga indicators natin are above the candlesticks, especially to. Ayan, pababa. So especially kasi nagkaroon siya ng crossover somewhere here and here. So yung black line represents the long-term moving average, which is generally down, plus yung ating mga medium and short-term indicators are above the candlesticks, which would make it bearish, plus RSI is 47, which is lower than a bit lower than the midpoint. Ngayon, tingnan po natin yung susunod na kabanata dito dahil I see a somewhat, I don't know, bullish divergence on the RSI. What do you think, Ms. Jaydee?
Yeah.
Parang bullish divergence
siya. It's starting to create that bullish divergence yung buying sentiment. Kaso, volume pa din Wala
Yeah,
pa din siya
correct.
ganun kadaming volume. So sometimes it can create that. So don't use just just the RSI as your decision making
Mm-hmm.
tool.
Mm-hmm.
Dapat i-cross reference mo siya sa other
Other
indicators.
indicators.
So
Yeah.
while it's true na tumataas siya, I'm thinking pwede siya mag-shoot up pero hindi siya masustain. Gaya ng
Mm-hmm.
nangyari sa week of somewhere between November 18, kita mo yan, tumaas man siya pero hindi siya na-sustain.
Yeah,
Slightly went
dito.
higher than
Oo,
EMA 50
correct.
kaso walang volume kaya bumagsak pa din siya. So
Mm-hmm.
naisip ko parang ganyan yung movement niya na pwede siya mag-overshoot up to the EMA 50 pero babalik siya kasi wala siyang volume.
Okay. So thank you for that. Meanwhile, yung ating lagyan natin ng support.
Mm-mm.
Yung support level, nakikita ko siya in this area.
Yes. Yeah,
Nasa 134
correct.
level. And
Baka
well,
mag-start na siya ng sideways dyan. Ang babantayan na lang is really the volume.
yes. At saka ito mining stock to eh. And dependent to sa presyo ng mga minamine niyang minerals, ano. So I really don't know exactly what they mine. Depende yan sa minamine nila. Like SCC, they mine coal, di ba?
Mm.
Coal and nickel, I think. Eh, nagkaroon ng windfall si SCC. Eh. Yeah, kaya malaki yung dividendo niya. Yung
Oo.
earnings niya, net income negative. Oh.
Tingnan mo din
Negative
yung
yung
number
income
of
niya.
trades. Ayan o, kita mo, it's only 29. So,
Yeah.
the downside of that, the
Tama ka.
downside, pag 29 lang, minsan kahit ready na yung presyo na gusto mong i-trade, buy or sell man, pero ang konti ng participants.
Tama
It
ka,
takes
Miss
a long time
Jaydee.
for it to be executed. So,
Correct ka dyan, ma'am. Yeah, konti lang yung trades. Kaya
mm-mm.
siguro ganito yung movement niya.
Oo.
And not enough people to move the market. I don't
Oo.
know. Probably.
Correct. So sa 29 na yan, posible pa yan na mahati yan kung isang tao nag-buy and sell siya multiple times. So mga
Yeah.
ilan lang kayo, mga 11, 12? Ganun.
Ito dalawa. Ito anim. Ito siyam. Konti lang. So, okay. So, thank you very much for that insight, Miss JD. Okay, the next stock we'll be reviewing KPPI. Ikaw yan.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, nasa ano na siya. Ay, guy, one trade lang din. And on a weekly chart, nasa oversold na tayo.
Konti lang
Pero
yung volume niya.
walang volume. Kahit na, ito yung sinasabi natin na kahit oversold na siya, meaning na exhaust na lahat ng sellers, nakapagbenta na lahat, and nasa support, actually, nasa very cheap level na tayo. Pero yung downside nito, walang gusto mag-participate. So kahit ready ka nang bumili, walang nagbebenta or walang participant. It's hard. It's hard for you to buy. Kasi posibleng, okay, yung mga taong nandyan, they're just holding on to it kasi sobrang baba na siya. And lugi sila pag ibebenta nila at that level. That's why they're not selling. So even if you're ready to buy at 2.99 because look, it's already oversold, meaning murang-mura na siya. Kaso walang volume. But at the moment, if you're to ask me, where are we right now? We're in a support level at the moment.
So, yung sinasabi kasi ni Miss JD, mga viewers and subscribers, pagka yung RSI kasi bumaba ng below 30, oversold yun. However, kung kulang yan ng volume, hindi magiging significant yung oversold position. Kasi
Oo.
konti lang yung mga nagte-trade eh, di ba?
Totoo. So,
It will remain oversold.
oo.
Kumbaga.
Pwede siya mag-extend dyan. Extended, kita mo to, kahit well, actually, yung formation niya pababa. Diba? Tapos yung RSI niya pababa pa din. So, it's either magsa-sideways siya or mag-extend ng oversold level niya. Mag-stay lang siya dyan ng extended time. Tingnan mo to, nag-oversold na nga siya, no? Pero tumuloy pa rin, oversold pa rin siya dito.
Yeah. Ito,
So yun,
yeah.
medyo bearish tayo dito kay KPPI. Hopefully, person who's requesting this hindi na ipit, ano?
Oo, mukhang ano nga eh. Mostly kasi mga nire-request nila.
May
Yung
position sila.
bang, oo, may position sila dyan eh. Diba?
Oh.
So mukhang naipit to.
So we'll just, kung long term kasi, hang on to that position kasi hindi pa siya magbabounce. Hindi ko pa nakikita magbabounce yun.
Okay. Okay, are you done?
Yep.
Yes, Jaydee. So let's do the next one. Solar power, Nueva Ecija. So let's do
Yun.
that. Nag-profit taking nga
Profit.
itong si SPNEC. Right now kasi based on a 1-day chart, I see a support forming here at 114. But
Yeah.
1-day chart lang to, no? And not enough data. Ngayon, if we will use a 15-minute chart, for example, nag-open siya dito, here. It ended higher. No, it went high at dito 10:30 in the morning. Pero it declined, nag-profit taking.
Diretso
So
na.
this is,
Entire day.
yeah, kasi ito yung pinaka-consolidation area niya. Yan, area niyan. And based on the 1-day chart, dyan nagpa-form yung support. So bale, the movement is somewhat becoming bearish based on well, yung short-term indicator natin, yung EMA 20, which crossed over the 15-minute chart. But since this is just a 1-day data, it's anything goes dito eh. Difficult to tell pa kung where the stock will go at this point. But ang feel ko lang dito, and I have no basis for it, ang feel ko lang dito is that magbabounce itong SPNEC na ito. Nag-profit taking lang today.
Oo.
Yun lang feel ko.
Ang nakikita ko diyan, babalik siya sa 115. Yung previous resistance niya na binasag ano. If you can go to the daily chart, 1 day.
Let's
Let's
go back to the daily chart.
Babalik siya kasi before that level where you plotted the 115, that was the resistance, and then it was solidly broken the day before, which was yung solid na green na yan. Tapos bumabalik siya, i-retest niya yung previous resistance ng 115, gagawa siya ng support dyan. Yan ang nakikita. So another day or two na red. Or posible, 1 day lang, maglo-long wick lang siya, tatouch niya yung 115 and babalik. Yeah.
Okay, so that's solar power Nueva Ecija. And back to you, Miss Jaydee. Ano naman to? My favorite stock, Metro Pacific.
MPI?
Yes.
MPI. Okay, let's see for MPI. So MPI, as we all know, is one of the blue chip companies, and I think this is the cheapest blue chip company, no? Siya yung pinaka-lowest in terms of price.
The most undervalued stock in the index, MPI.
So we managed to maintain the movement above the MA20 line. Okay, so this is the support I am seeing, which is very close to the MA20. And the reason why I said that, of course, apart from the Bollinger Band suggesting that, if you look to the left, itong area na to previous resistance siya. Look to the left some more, ito resistance siya. So parang nagre-retest siya eh. Gagawa siya ng support this time sa level na to. Kasi we're moving above the MA20 line. So sina-strengthen lang yan support at that area. Our RSI is still in a healthy state, nasa above 50 siya. Although wala pa tayong volume. So feeling ko magsa-sideways lang siya muna dyan. Yeah, is continue niya lang yung movement. So if you are considering of adding more, the closer you are to the 392, healthy pa yan. tingnan natin if in a long-term perspective kung how cheap are we. I can say we are at a very cheap level. Kasi at one point, right, back in 2016, umabot pa siya ng as high as 751 and we're only moving halfway. So, pwede pa siya. Even kung mag-drop siya, one thing to bear in mind, like what Benjamin mentioned, is this is an undervalued stock. So all the more you have to prepare for that. Na if in the event it goes down, then you can add more volume and add more to your position. So you can
Yes.
maximize. Let's see, ang ano average niya ng ano, kasi nagbibigay to ng dividend.
Okay. Ang hindi ko na matandaan eh, pero it's one of
So,
the uh, uh,
point
nasa
zero.
top 10 yan eh. Nasa top 10 si Metro Pacific eh, among the dividend paying stocks. Ang number one ngayon is SEC.
SEC.
Yeah, for 2021. But MPI is still within the top 10.
1%. Nakailang bigay siya nung 2020 pa to, so once a year.
Oo.
Sa mga 1 to 2%. Pero
Yeah, mga ganon, 1 to 2%.
hindi siya significantly malaki, pero
Yes, correct.
very stable naman na company.
Oo.
So I think that's it. We're very near a support area. Look at it for long term. If you want to engage in MPI, be very, very patient. Kasi napakabagal ng movement ng MPI.
Laggard nga yan eh. It's a laggard stock.
Pero sustained siya, strong na andyan lang. So don't expect lang na it will shoot up really significantly in a day or two. Pero assured ka that you're investing in a company with good fundamentals and very good projects.
Yan yung stock na bilin mo tapos kalimutan mo na eh.
Oo.
Iwanan mo na lang diyan eh. Tapos
Okay.
before you know it, nag-appreciate na.
So if you can share to the group, Bench, ano yung mga projects ng MPI?
Actually marami no. Several. They have projects on tollways, and then si Meralco, nabasa ko kanina, they're changing the street lights to LED yung along EDSA. Yung binabaks. Kasi Meralco is under Metro Pacific eh. And then TEL, yung PLDT, continuously upgrade their capital and nagka-capital expenditures yan to improve their delivery of internet and telephones. And then yung water concession ay it's also earning, although tinatamaan kasi siya ng ano eh ng
ano nga
you
yun?
know,
MWC?
MWC is Ayala eh. Maynilad is Metro Pacific.
Anong
DMCI and Metro Pacific.
Okay.
Joint venture sila ni DMCI. But kumikita pareho yon. In fact nga, I would say, kasi Maynilad kami, yung sector namin is Maynilad. Alam mo ba, before 2000, 1990s, I was already here in Parañaque. Walang tubig dito. Wala, as in wala. So we get to have water delivery. Ngayon, nung pumasok si MPI, si Maynilad, and MWC, Maynilad here, yan, na-solve na yung water problem. Nagkaroon na kami ng water. And that was a huge relief for us kasi we pay for yung water delivery ng pagkamahal-mahal once a week. Tapos nagkakaroon lang ng water once a week sa doon kami naglalaba. Ako naglalaba. Mga clothes namin.
Pero it's good na sustained ang kanilang mga projects and the revenue is steady. So
revenue steady.
Lang ng public towards the stock.
Yung negative lang kasi yung kasi socially sensitive yung niya yung business niya di ba? Just like electricity, di ba? Socially sensitive. Tumaas lang ng konti yung presyo or magreklamo yung some politician magreklamo, di ba?
Yung mga fees sa Meralco.
Nagkakaroon ng reputational concern
Oo.
di ba?
Oo.
Yun lang naman. But otherwise, growing company yan.
Correct.
You can never go wrong with water and power, electricity, di ba?
Oo. Parang natandaan ko to, napasok ko to nung last year eh. Hindi ko lang alam kung magkano yung gain na nilock in ko dito. Pero around this period yung umakyat siya. Nasakyan ko yan eh. I'll try to go back. Pero yan yung ano ko, yung view ko for MPI.
Okay. And then, ako naman, let's go to Merrimart.
May Mary Mart ako pula.
Tama itong Merrimart na ito. Bearish to eh. Ayan, very long downward trend. Long downward trend siya. And it had a crossover here as early as, ayan, nag-crossover siya dito eh. So meaning, from a bullish sentiment, naging bearish siya at this point here. So it continues to be bearish. Ay, hindi ko alam kung bakit. Why, it's It's kay Injapsia to, di ba? Merrimart. Ngayon, mukhang nagkaroon siya ng recovery here.
Oo.
But tingnan mo yung volume. Wala siyang masyadong, would you say, 1K, 85K. It's not much. What do you think, Miss Jaydee? Not much.
Ang intriguing dito is kita mo yung bar ng volume.
Masyado mataas.
2 days na siyang may volume. Pero we got rejected in the MA20.
Oh, okay.
MA20 ba yan? EMA20.
EMA20.
We got the rejection there.
Yes.
So, ang hindi natin alam, baka babalik siya. Sana mag-long wick lang siya at babalik siya somewhere sa support area na yan. Yung mga may doji-doji dyan ng mga days. Yan yung support. Baka babalik siya dyan.
Tingin ko dito appears to be recovering eh.
Pwede.
Kasi 2 days na siyang merong volume.
Oo.
Pero tinitignan ko naman to.
Ilan yung trades niya?
It's not much eh.
Hindi, punta ka sa may info niya mismo tapos i-open mo lang yung show mo yung number of trades.
Number of trades. Paano ko gagawin yun?
Hindi sa taas. I-expand mo lang yung Merrimart info and show. Next to that.
This one. Okay.
May 1,200 trades today.
1,200 trades and then volume is 11.55 million.
Pero walang foreign buying. Wala.
Okay.
So, siguro yung ano ko dyan is at any time, if you want to try it out, dapat as near as you can sa support area.
Okay. Yeah, dito. Banda rito yung support niya eh.
Yan.
Mga 230. 230 yung support niya.
Which is very near.
So,
feeling ko mag-ano na yan. Hopefully. Kasi ang laki ng volume na inakyat niya today. Pwedeng start na yan.
Baka start ng recovery na to.
Kasi
2 successive green candlesticks na. Although this one is a shorter candlestick.
Na-reject nga lang siya sa MA.
Huminto lang siya. There is a long tail here which went as high as 274. And then ended at 260. Tingnan natin yung 15-minute chart. Ayan, nag-profit taking siya dito. Nag-profit taking siya in the last, after 10 o'clock, nag-profit taking na.
Correct. Kasi madami yung traders dyan. Kasi nakita nilang the day before, nag-spike yung volume. So, inisip nila siguro na madaming magkaka-interest dito kasi bullish candle.
Bullish candle. Bullish candle siya.
So, to take advantage ngayon ng mga traders na nakapasok during the support area tapos lock in gains. Pwede nga intraday lang eh. Pasok sila. So, same day, exit na sila. Can you go to the weekly chart?
Okay, let's do...
Tingnan lang natin. Ayan.
Yan.
May support. Tama yung support. See, you're right. You plotted it exactly where we're seeing a possible support.
Tingnan natin, may earnings ba? May net income naman. PEs. Mataas yung PE niya, 318. Probably because it's a startup, but It's the same. This has to be compared with peers kasi 380. Parang natataasan ako doon.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so that's Mary Mart. Then the final stock, back to you, Miss Jaydee, DFNN.
Okay.
I think we should do this more often. Mas madali.
Yeah. Kaka,
Hindi ako
Parang
nauubusan.
nagkakwentuhan.
May kwentong kasama, di ba?
Oo. Ay, eto. Isa pang tatandaan, again, we only have 7 trades for today with 1.61% decline from yesterday's performance. I see, although kahit man, bullish divergence na siya. Dahil walang volume, mabagal pa rin tong recovery niya. Kita mo pabagsak siya. Pero yung RSI mo, maakit na. So kung tutusin, recovery na sana yan. Kaso wala tayong participants eh. Kaya mabagal yung reversal niya. So at the moment,
Okay.
ito yung support. 2.37. So chances are, posibleng mag-move pa siya ng sideways muna hanggang makaipon ng good volume. And then, the moment it crosses the MA20, itong yellow na to, that could be our sign or may significant volume. Gaya ng Mary Mart na
Mhm.
walang volume tapos all of a sudden may solid green volume siya.
Aha.
Then chances are matutuloy yun. Hindi lang natin alam kung 2 days, 3 days na continuation na green or tuloy-tuloy ng paakyat. For the moment, we're touching the support level at the moment. So hopefully hindi na siya mag-break to 2.37 because that's not going to look good. Kung babagsak pa siya lalo, di gagawa ka na naman ng bagong plot niyan. Pero at the moment, I see sideways. Your RSI is already starting to show bullish signs. Kailangan na lang more participants na to show sentiment, buying sentiment for this stock. Ano to, negative? Negative net income, oh.
Loss siya.
Hindi ko lang alam kung anong
Loss siya.
business
Pero
nito.
I think the net income is total revenue, negative 43 net income. Third quarter lang to eh. Third quarter lang siya. But siguro yung total revenue is the gross income. Tapos talo
Less
siya pag
expenses, mataas yung expenses nila.
malaki yung operating expenses niya. Kaya siya nag 43.
So,
Okay.
siya. Hindi ko lang alam kung anong business model nito. DFNN.
I'm not familiar with DFNN kasi. Pero one of the stocks in the stock market, hindi to sa index, nasa big board, is Del Monte. Alam mo, talo Del Monte for many years, siya, loss. Now this year, panalo siya, gain siya. Si Del Monte, it's one of the success stories eh. Kasi Del Monte was bought by a Filipino-owned na yan eh, na multinational yung niya, yung brand niya. And in fact, yung I am invested in Del Monte, hindi sa peso, sa dollar. Kasi they give good returns on the dollar preferreds eh. Nasa 6% yung Del Monte. And they gave that because they need the money. Tapos na turn around nila yung kumpanya.
Nice. So they wanted more funding for their.
That's right. They wanted to attract investors kaya
Debts
mataas.
or to.
Marami silang debts eh. Marami silang utang. But apparently, nung I read headlines lang kasi binabasa ko, pero na-turn around niya yung kumpanya. Nag-turn around siya. So one of the success stories in the stock market.
Pero ang galing nga, 'di ba, no? The entire year for 2021, paakyat lang siya ng paakyat eh.
Yeah. Tama ka.
Last year bagsak siya, pero nag-V-shape talagang massive climb nung medyo nasa mataas na level na nga lang siya ngayon. If you're looking at it long term.
Yes. Yan,
Yeah.
no? Yan siya.
Kasi nasa 32. I mean, a monthly chart. In
This is the
2000.
one-day chart. Ito yung peso niya. Pero yung dollar niya, tingin ko tumaas na yan. Nakalimutan ko lang yung stock symbol eh. But yung dollar niya, 6% yun eh. Yung return, preferreds. Yun nga yung one of my recommended stock if you wanted a good dollar return. Del Monte.
One of
Pero,
preferred stock.
how's that?
Nasa COL din ba yan, for example?
How's that? Nasa?
If you want to get a preferred stock.
Hmm. You buy it from from your broker.
Ah,
I
kahit dun mismo sa, I use COL financially. I can,
Yeah, kailangan mo lang ng dollar green box ang kailangan mo or dollar account.
ah,
Kailangan ka may dollars. Unlike dito, kung bibili ka sa US market, di ba, pwede ng credit card dyan eh. Kahit Philippine credit card, uubra
oh,
dyan, di ba?
oh,
Dito,
bibili
you'll
ka
have
ng
to,
dollars.
bibili ka ng dollars, kailangan mo dollars.
Makes sense.
Di ba?
Got it. Yun.
Okay, let me uh, stop the sharing. Nag-stop na pala.
Ah.
Yung ano na lang, yung screen. Naku, Miss Jaydee, that concludes our historic
Enjoy na enjoy ka.
historic blog, and I hope we can do some more of these later on. And
Oo.
it's nice having you as a partner in doing the technicals of the request of our subscribers.
Nice.
So,
Post agad yan, ha?
ulitin natin to. And perhaps we can have another a joint collaboration. Tama ba yun?
Yeah,
Joint collaboration pa.
collaboration.
So double something. Double adjective. Okay.
Thank
Maraming
you.
salamat for gracing this show, and I know maraming matutuwang mga viewers na ni-review natin yung stocks nila. And you'd like to say anything as
Yeah.
to end?
Yes. Thank you guys for consistently supporting Benjamin's channel.
And support also Miss JD, ha?
Yes.
Ang objective natin yan maging 10,000 subscribers.
Sana nga. Okay, you can also buy my channel. So you already had an idea on how I do my chart, my charting. So if you also want to check out my channel, you can. I think Benjamin will just put the link down below in the description.
Yes, I'll just do some editing and then I'll publish it.
Yeah.
Okay, maraming salamat. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market ngayong araw, December 28, 2021. Ito po si Benji Chidoro kasama si Miss JD. Mag-ingat sa COVID, mag-ingat sa scam, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik hanggang sa muli. Stay safe, God bless. Happy New Year. Bye for now.
Hello. Okay, I'll disconnect so you can
Sige.
stop the recording.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you po. Bye-bye.